I just realized I might have woken up Harrison.
That was
Hopefully not.
below.
Well, with the headphones, welcome back to the John 2 Zone, episode 24. We're in our Kobe year right now. But no, we won't have allegations. Unlike that man. Yeah, what a strong start. Jesus. Okay. Harrison is asleep, getting ready for work, like a good little boy. And we're still got a pod. There's I feel bad because he's like actually working now, and like he still wants to do the podcast, and he just can't be here.
Mm-hmm.
He was like one of the big reasons like I want to do it, because like he wanted to do it. I was like, fuck, let's do this. But now it's just us, and now we're getting Luke's getting creative. I merely threw out the idea. I think that's why me and Luke make a good duo. I'm pretty good at just like saying things, and he's like, let's turn this into reality. What if this actually existed and John just didn't just throw shit at a wall, which is basically all I do. But yeah, we're back. We're back in therapy. I need it. Oh my goodness, what a week, a couple of weeks. Jesus, I feel like everything happened this past weekend, and then now we're like kind of back on quiet, a little bit. Like, dude set himself on fire.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened.
We didn't talk about that. Yeah. Nah, he's serious about that Palestine shit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think everyone has already said everything that needs to be said.
Yeah.
Just like, damn, that's crazy. It's just, it's a crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think we called it, or not we called it, everyone calls it. It's election year.
Uh-huh.
Like, you're going to get some crazy things. You know what's wild, though? That's the second person set on fire. The first person set on fire didn't get as much publicity. They just kind of were like, first person.
Second time's the charm.
I think it was just because it was a white boy. Because I think the first one was a woman. And so they were like, no. But the white boy, he was in the army, so they're like, all right, I guess now we have to pay attention to this, or else it's going to happen a third time. But now he does not play. He did not play. And then also, P. Diddy came out as the Black Jeffrey Epstein.
Yep.
That's crazy. Not crazy in the sense that, like, it's crazy, it's not surprising. Because everyone who knows P. Diddy, I've had to inform Luke and the rest of the fellas about P. Diddy and his awareness and his shenanigans. He's a psychopath. He dressed up as the Joker for Halloween. He plays a pretty convincing Joker. He went all in. And he's just a psycho. Everything that came out about him, if like 1% of it was real, will be insane.
Mm.
But the biggest thing everyone's paying attention to is Usher and Meek Mill being gay. And I know there's a lot of people that are like big fans. They're dream chasers. That's what Meek Mill's fans they're called, and a bunch of his albums are called. I know a guy that has like a dream chasers tattoo, and a lot of those fellas, they like gay people, but they're like, well, Meek Mill, he's ours. So whenever they found out, they're like devastated. Felt millions of
There's
dudes.
anything wrong with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, he said it in his tweet. Did you see? Oh, that was a hilarious tweet. No, I love women. I run red lights for women. Just to be in bed with them. Oh, my queens, my beautiful queens.
I love putting my penis in other women's vaginas.
That was pretty much it. And to be fair, I don't think P. Diddy is gay. I think he just likes the power over those other powerful men. I don't think he's the gay type. I think he's just a psychopath. But he could be. You could be a gay psychopath, and you know what? We're a progressive society now, and gay people can be psychopaths. I mean, just look at the queer eye for the straight guy. Have you seen? I think his name is Jonathan. Long brown hair.
I haven't.
I that's one of his distinguishing. I didn't figure that you knew that. But he's for the folks at home, he's just the gay guy with long hair. And so like today they're in full force. They're getting ready to cancel him. But everyone knew he was the one. Everyone was like, "No. He is he's the gay psycho that we're all talking about." He's just like verbally like assaulting people on set. I don't want to say it was fairly obvious, but like everyone knew there was something wrong. You can tell. I mean, I also think most people on TV are wrong. I feel like you shouldn't be chasing that kind of level of fame and aspiration. I feel like that's not gluttonous.
Prideful?
Yeah, I guess prideful would be better. I feel like there's another word, but yeah, prideful. I feel like you shouldn't. I want to be famous, but I want to be famous for making good art, not for being famous' sake.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like, damn, that guy made some like thought-provoking
that guy
podcast.
Really provoked some thoughts.
Dude, do you remember that guy with the podcast and he put a mirror up against his face? That was some real shit. The guy that put that together, he went on and he became U.S. president. And he drone striked multiple countries. But he was a cool guy, end of the day. But yeah, I think going back to the P. Diddy and Meek Mill thing, I don't think they're mad that he's gay. I think they're mad that he's a bottom. They know Meek Mill's a bottom. And I think that's what makes them more furious. Because they would know if he was a top.
Mm-hmm.
He's not top energy. I mean, even if he was straight, I don't think he's a top whenever he's having sex with the women. Definitely not a top.
Nah.
I can't explain it, but you just know he was already on thin ice a lot. There's a lot of tweets going back, and everyone's like, yeah, the signs were there. They were. He'll be like, that D was crazy or something, and everyone's like, what? And like you could see the replies. I love going back and seeing tweets from people that are like not canceled, but like there's revelations about them. Because you'll have like super famous people. You'll have the initial tweet where they'll be like, "Oh, this is cool," or like, "Yo, what?" And then it'll be like, it'll be like 6 years ago, and then it'll be like 3 minutes ago, and they're like, "We should have seen the signs."
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love seeing like. It's like a good time capsule to see those. And it lets you remind people. And like it'll also show like your like people that you follow, and it'll be like, "Oh yeah, no, we were in a different place back then." Things changed.
Yeah, I was watching a video earlier about the summer of Pokemon Go and how just for that one brief moment, like cities were walkable again. You'd see people outside. You'd like happen upon people you know in the streets. Yeah,
dude, Pokemon Go was a moment. I remember it was it like freshman year of high school?
It was 2016, so probably sophomore.
Sophomore
or
because I thought it leaned more.
So
actually, no. So that would be end of freshman year.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because I remember geocaching for U.S. geography class.
Mm-hmm.
We had to do that for extra credit, and so me and one of my lady friends, and then one of her friends, we went out and we went geocaching, just like a couple of different places. And so that's whenever we realized that Corpus Christi is not walkable. Yep. You cannot go place to place. I remember we were walking in a field, And I think we got yelled at by someone. They're like, "Get off our property." And we're like, "Dude, this is just a field. This is grass. This is for the world, not for you." It might have been like mental, I don't know. Not like something for like mental health patients, I think. Looking back on it.
Oh, like a rehab center or something?
Maybe. I think so.
Hmm.
So like, and they were like just chasing us off and being like, "Get off our lawn." I don't know. Is the lighting still good?
Yeah.
Okay. You bastard.
No, this is fine. Like, you can barely see it anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
This is single
Sorry.
key light territory.
All I need is one light, one mic, one beat. I
Yeah,
can't.
apparently geocaching is shit now because all the
Really?
like popular places have been stripped of everything, and you gotta pay for like the better stuff now.
Oh, that's not fun. Yeah, it was one of those things. Everything's just getting ruined.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't like where we're going as like a society, 'cause like people are going to therapy
Oh
they're
God.
and they're being told like, you know what, sometimes you just don't some people just don't deserve, this or that. And like I think that's fair that like sometimes in life you'll get your therapy speak and you'll be like, "Oh no." You'll get that. But someone went to therapy and told someone else that needs therapy. What was that?
That was me flipping over the camera cap
Okay.
with my foot.
You scared me. I was the
The ceiling's caving in.
the
Joe.
therapists are coming after me. They know what I'm saying is true. They don't want this podcast to come out. Even though
Therapist.
they think I'm making fun of them again. But someone went to a therapist and got good help, but then they told someone else that same help that they got, which is not going to help them. So now everyone's like, "Well, I don't owe anyone anything." And it's like, you owe everyone everything. And that's also just like the American, I guess, like capitalist way of life, where it's like, it's me, me, me. I'm going to look out for just me and my family. And not, the millions of other people, not even millions, we'll say like the thousands of people that like have helped you get where you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's an individualist mindset. I don't like it. And that's where we're at now. Everyone only one person's allowed to get the geocache. And if you don't get the geocache, tough luck. Should have been born sooner. L, loser. And then now you can't buy a house. So that's where we're at in society. And now you can't geocache. And I mean, that's fair. I mean, who's geocaching these days anyway? What's the new geocaching? Is there anything?
Infinite Craft.
Infinite Craft. Oh my goodness. I guess we can talk about that.
Yeah.
'Cause that's addicting. Oh my goodness. Like 5 o'clock, I was still not on the clock, but I was still like getting some work done.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I can get like some things done. And then 7 o'clock, I'm like, oh, I've been on Infinite Craft. I accidentally made the dumbest new creations of all time.
Uh-huh.
They're all the dumbest thing ever. They're TikTok Morty. I'm the first person to make that.
Nice.
The Party Boys. I don't know how I was the first one with that.
Yeah, that seems like a
I think I got
one.
the Party Boys. I think I got the Party Posse as well.
Yeah, I know the one that I showed you last night that I got
Oh.
was Pikachu Goes to Star Whores.
That was insane. I don't know how you got there. Because
Yeah, I
like,
don't even remember.
because a lot of my mentality with it is I pick one and I'll get a bunch of Rick and Mortys and I'll just like add Cthulhu, add Hitler.
Yeah, you just gotta find like the most polar opposite things and then combine them.
Yeah. Like I got Drunk Fork, I think. Or
Drunk Fork? Or Drunk Safork?
Drunk Fork.
Okay.
Just Drunk Fork. This is just way too much fun. I'm way too addicted. I got Mr. Beast Burger Wars. I don't know how. I think this is the most insane one. The Boys Season 3 Episode 1 recap. How? I think I'm not a big fan of AI. I think we've voiced our anti-AI opinions on here. But like I feel like this is like this is how it should be used.
Yeah, like this is
Endless
what
games.
people would make with AI if we didn't all hate each other.
Yes, exactly. I feel like we were all born to infinitely craft.
Mm-hmm.
We were born to craft and we'll die crafting. That's how it should be. Mr. Beast Church. Oh no, excuse me. I got the Party Dudes. But I also did get the Party Posse. I also got the Party Church. I'm really proud of that one. The Other Pickle. Rick and Morty Party Dudes. The Pickled Boys, the Pickled Girls.
Oh yeah, I had also gotten Star Whores, The Last Gay Chew, and Darth Maul Sexual.
I don't think I've gotten the concept of gay yet. I think that's what I love the most about this is that you can play around with concepts and ideas. That's the best part.
Yeah, like I know further back I ended up getting wow, 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 wow.
God, this is so dumb. This is what life is all about. Just
Dumb
doing
shit.
Know Me Mario. Cheese Squad Craftia. This is the last one. I'm not gonna be on Infinite Craft for a while, but this was a good ending off point. Cheese Fox and the Temple Boys. That's a movie. That's what we should write next.
Cheese Fox and the Temple Boys.
Mm-hmm. That'll bang. Starring Timothy Chalamet and Josh Brolin.
Oh yeah, I told this to Harrison earlier, but apparently one of my friends that does like tech setup back home, apparently he gets to set up and help tech the World Championship cheese contest next week.
Oh, that's so sick. We should do a live episode there.
Hell yeah. A
Live
field
on the
trip.
YouTube. That'd
to
be
cheese.
awesome. Dude, cheese is going to be the death of me. I feel like I would be 180 pounds, leanest man ever if it wasn't for cheese. Because cheese, oh my goodness. You remember freshman year, whenever, not freshman year, sophomore year. I lost a lot of weight, but the only reason I was able to, I didn't get like a good like diet in place. But I would not eat for one day and then eat all day the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, I would go so hard at Cheesies. Oh my goodness. I was just the biggest pig of all time.
Yeah, you know, I just realized I haven't actually eaten at Cheesy's for real. Like I had that one Cheesy's sandwich when they had the like stupid ass carnival in the parking lot behind the stew. But other than that, I still haven't had Cheesy's.
That's weird. Yeah, I think I've only eaten there once. I think Harrison invited me, and it was with a bunch of people that were just his friends. And I was just like, okay. And then I was like, that's it. No, that was it. I also, have I told you this? I got called the R word in front of Cheesy's.
I don't think you have said that.
So I was picking up some food on the Belmont stop, and I was heading back to the train stop. I think I had my headphones in. I wasn't paying attention. And I realized a bike lady goes right in front of me, and she's like, "Get out the way!" And I was like, "Fuck!" And I was like, "It's one of those things where like, I'm wrong, but you're wrong also." But
yeah,
we can't.
I'm
we're not
wrong,
gonna
but
argue.
you're a dickhead.
We're not gonna argue the semantics of this.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how the whole Midwesterners are super nice thing excludes Chicago.
Yeah, it's because all the liberals are here. That's why. No, I don't think. I think you can still get some nice people in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously not.
I think it's mostly
homogenous.
transplants that are, but that's just me though. I think. Well, I mean, I think Chicago, like modern Chicagoans, are still like mean, but not mean in like a maybe just not as welcoming,
Mm-hmm.
but they're still nice people.
Yeah,
They're
it's
still
like
good
there's
people.
the 4 quadrants of being nice versus acting nice. In the South, you got people who aren't nice, but they act nice.
Yes.
Like Chicago and New York, you got people who are nice but don't act nice. And then
I would say New York aren't nice and don't act nice.
yeah, sure. And like I was gonna say that's like L.A.
I would say
Or
like
no, L.A. acts nice and doesn't.
no. I think San Diego
Sure.
is acts nice are nice. Because like what do
No,
you have?
I wasn't saying I wasn't saying they were acts nice are nice. I was saying
okay.
acts nice aren't nice.
Okay,
Because
fair.
LA is all superficial.
Mm-hmm. But San Diego is like there's nothing to be mad about in San Diego.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of things to be mad about in San Diego.
Yeah, but like you go outside and it's nice weather. It's like okay, I don't want to kill myself.
Yeah.
It's like in Chicago, it's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, Chicago, you go outside and get assaulted by People's Gas workers.
Oh my goodness. It's an experience, but yeah, I think.
Yeah, I was happy I didn't get woken up by them again this morning. Were they even doing anything today?
Brother, I woke up at 6 a.m. I was in the office this morning. I don't know.
Alrighty, I guess you wouldn't know.
I'm able to evade them whenever I can. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what were we talking about before? We were talking about getting called the R word.
Right.
I think people are getting way too comfortable with the R word again. I'm not one to be like if someone says it, I'm not gonna be like, hey, knock it off.
I mean,
But
there's no way it's gonna get back to where it was in the early 2000s, though.
it's not, but it's weird that people are so adamant on bringing it back. Cause it's like, why do you want to? Is it like why? It's one of those words where it's like, why do you want to say it
Nah.
in the first place? I get it, but
I think it's just because it's more taboo now, so it's more appealing.
I think so now. But I mean, yeah, I don't like doing a lot of the things I do and say. I try to go against taboo, but I try to do it in a unique way. I feel like saying the R word is like the dumbest guy's way of like beating the system.
Yeah.
Because I know Shane Gillis, Shane Gillis said it in his SNL speech, or not his speech, his monologue.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever he said it, he was like quoting someone else. So like he wasn't like saying it in like any like, he said it, but like it wasn't in a way to like own the libs.
It's
or,
like when you're reading Of Mice and Men or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, oh yeah, he said it. But everyone wants to make it this like big thing. It's like, no, I don't know. Like I'm very much like a big proponent of like words mean stuff, but they also don't.
Uh-huh.
To where it's like we can calm down with that, but it's also it just feels like it's corny. It feels like there's other ways to go against the grain that are more unique, more engaging. But no, you just want to pick the dumbest point and just say a word. That's my only, like, I don't care that people say it. I more care about the connotations they give to saying it. Because it's not as powerful as they think it is. It just makes you sound, I don't know, like a bad person.
South Park character.
Yeah. Like early South Park, too, whenever they didn't believe in climate change.
Oh, yeah.
Or, yeah. A lot of people... Yeah, South Park got a lot of things wrong early.
Yeah.
They're like the opposite of The Simpsons.
Uh-huh.
Where they were just wrong. And, I mean, granted, they walked back a lot. They walked back a lot of things. I respect South Park for at least being like, they can write a good episode
Mm-hmm.
and backtrack their bad ideas. But, man, South Park, gotta love it. You ever bring a girl over and watch South Park?
No.
Don't recommend it.
I have neither brought a girl over nor watched South Park. Southport.
Southport.
I think I got confused between Southport and South Park.
No, I think you just want to call Eric Cartman fat and a pig.
Sure.
Because he is a pig. Because he's such a misogynistic asshole. That's why. In this household, we hate Eric Cartman. He's a bad guy. We don't approve of him.
We need like a welcome sign with that on it. In this house, we live, laugh, love, and hate Eric Cartman.
No, it's got to be one of those. Have you seen those like yard signs where it's like, we accept?
Yeah.
We accept multicultures, multi-genders.
We believe in climate change.
We
hate Eric Cartman.
We hate Eric Cartman. On our apartment door is just it's a picture of Eric Cartman with a giant X over it. No. This apartment says no to Eric Cartman. This is a safe
This house
space.
is a concealed Eric Cartman carry zone.
We have like two pictures. It's a check mark over Randy Marsh and an X over Cartman. Cartman, stay at the door. Randy Marsh is come inside.
Yeah, we have a separate drinking fountain for Cartmans.
Cartmans have to poop on my toilet with the broken seat. Randy Marshes get to use y'all's toilet, use y'all's bath. Or are you distracting my co-host? What are you doing? Where are you going? We're moving on to the next topic, so this might as well be the topic.
I'm just showing him a video of raccoons in a hoodie.
Oh, I thought it was a dog.
No, this is a raccoon.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Even though this is a visual show, I don't really know what to riff on with the raccoons.
Yeah.
Oh, they are. For the viewers at home, there's a raccoon. I can see his teeth. He's in a burrito right now. And he's being squished on. He has nice teeth. He does.
That was the first time I ever talked on this podcast.
No,
That's
it's
not true.
Really?
You've talked multiple times on
Yeah,
this podcast.
you always barge in like halfway through coming back from work.
Yeah, and I always stay quiet except that one time.
We say barge in like we're not doing it in the living room. Get out,
And
Mom.
you were also there for a good chunk of the banana bread episode.
You were in the banana bread episode. We had a mic set up.
Which
We
was
almost
away from
died.
me. It was not near me, and I made sure to be quiet.
Well, I mean, it got everybody.
Yeah.
It did.
Camera? That was on the camera?
Yeah.
Luke caught it. Luke was manually filming that whole episode.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't think you panned to me at all.
I mean, I was pretty mobile there. I had it
He
on
was. He was
sticks.
very active. I was very impressed with his performance that episode. Mostly because I expected him to like do it like this, where like he keeps it here.
Well, the thing is, there was actual action happening, not just you sitting on a couch.
Yeah, that's fair. But like I expected you to just like move it like sideways, not like you had it up and like we're just like moving it around. Like
Man,
that was
when I
cool.
get the chance to do cinematography, I gotta take it because like I only got like 2 classes where I could do that.
That's fair. You'll be I want to write a movie now, and I want you to be the cinematographer. I want to figure it out. Yeah.
Cause
We have to. We have.
like the thing about cinematography is that like it's not my primary thing, and I have other things that I'm like more specialized in, but I'm also good at it. It's just that like I never get the chance to do it because I'm always doing other things.
Yeah, that's fair. I just want to learn more how to do. I want to. I need to go back to school and just do film. I think I really do. Because like now I just want to make movies or just like sketches and stuff. But now it's just like, oh nope, sorry, you got to work 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, even if you had gone to film school, you'd probably still have to be working a 9 to 5.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But at least I mean, like those 4 years, I could have gotten something under my belt. All I have is this,
Yeah.
this podcast.
Well, no, you
And,
have
like-
you have the photo roman.
The photo I'm on, and I have my 2 short films from high school. I know. Looking back, I just wish I made more. I'll make a more of an effort to write more, because I have ideas. I just don't. I want to try and make something good, and then from there I'll be like, do I like this?
Yeah. By the way, we've got 15 seconds ish.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Damn, I still got a lot of talking points. I have not looked at. I hit a couple of the notes I wanted to, but we're hitting it pretty strong right now. Let's just end it now. I don't want to start a new topic. All right, tune in for the next part. Welcome back to the John 2 zone. didn't touch on the notes, but this is one of the times I wish we did because I actually have something I want to. So I don't know. All right, here's the thing. Whenever I see a speeding car when I see a speeding car down one of the side streets, I want to jump in front of it.
Just reflexively.
Yes. And I don't know if it's because I have suicidal ideations or if I want to do some kind of like weird, sick, and twisted citizen's arrest. Because I get so mad whenever I see someone speeding on a side street. Because like this is not necessary. It's especially like at night. I'm like, you're gonna hit a child.
Yeah.
A child will.
Well,
be
I
hit.
feel like it's even more unnecessary at night because in the daytime you're speeding on a side street because you want to avoid the traffic, but at the night you're just like
There's nothing there. Yeah. Until every time I see someone, I'm like, well, let me teach you a lesson, and just.
Here's a little lesson in trickery.
And like a lot of times I'm like, I could do it. And I don't know if it's because I have this weird twisted like thought process of justice or if it's just suicidal thoughts.
You could just throw a rock at them.
Yeah, I could, but I feel like that just gets them angry at me. I feel like if
I mean they're gonna get angry at you if you like run out in front of their car too.
yeah, but I could just say I was running. I could get away with throwing myself in front of a car. I can get away with that because they're speeding. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't have time to react." Yeah, because you were speeding, and they're gonna feel nothing but guilt. And so I feel like that would do way more damage to them than if I were to just throw a rock and be like, "Screw you, asshole," and just like threw like a pebble at them. No, I feel like them physically hitting someone is the only way to get them to stop. And so I think that's why it's like a weird like citizen's arrest type beat where I'm just like, I have to be the one to throw myself in front of this 50 mile per hour Tesla or else it's never or else no one else is going to do it until a child is hit. And who knows, maybe I can get a nice payroll off that.
Yeah. But you'll also have all your bones broken.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I'm just a masochist. Who knows? I like being hurt. I like getting hit by a car.
Yeah, imagine that's somebody's kink, just being hit by a car.
Man gets hit by a car for the 47th time this year.
Yeah, wait, did you see that shit about the guy that got like 217 COVID shots?
No.
Like, yeah, I was just seeing stuff about that today. Let me see more on what that is.
What if he came out and he's like, I'm addicted to autism? Everyone's like, wait, what? Wait, that's not how it works. No, man. He's like, yeah, dude, I just love autism. And they're just like, sir, that's not how, you can't just get that. I think it's just like, no, ma'am. Like, ma'am, if you don't let me get my autism, you're ableist.
Yeah,
he's like,
so
sir, I'm gonna need you. I'm calling the cops.
So it says he's received 217 different doses of COVID-19 vaccines for private reasons, quote unquote. And apparently he's got a fully functional immune system and much higher concentrations of immune cells and antibodies. Over 29 months, it says.
29.
And only 134 of them have been officially confirmed.
Confirmed?
Yes.
How do you get unconfirmed?
Well, I think it's just like he doesn't
shots?
have documentation of the other ones. Like maybe he didn't get a card or whatever for it.
You can get unconfirmed kills. How do you not?
Unconfirmed vaccinations.
X.
I mean, I guess junkies do that all the time.
This man has 134 confirmed vaccinations. They don't know what he's capable of doing next. He's just like walking down the street. Is he one of those guys? I don't know how much the article says, but does he like wear his mask a lot?
I mean,
or does he just
I think the article's mostly just focused on like the medical effects of getting vaccinated 217 times.
Was he? So was he scared or was he just doing it for fun?
So I think one of the theories is that he was like doing a thing where like people would pay to get vaccine cards so they could go back to work without it getting the shot or something. I had no idea if that's true or not, but
Interesting. The most vaccinated man in the world. That's insane. I'm not afraid of getting shots, but like I feel like that's just excessive.
yeah.
Imagine your arm being sore every other day. That would just be annoying.
Well, I feel like at a point it just doesn't affect you in that way anymore because your immune system's already up and ready for it because you got one 2 days ago.
Well, not like for the shot. I mean for like whenever, sometimes
I
your
suppose,
arm
like, the
feels like a
muscle
little
tearing,
sore.
yeah.
Yeah. Like your arm feels like a little bit sore.
Yeah.
I've only gotten like my ass beat by a vaccine once, and it was whenever I got my COVID and my flu shot same time.
Uh-huh.
That destroyed me mentally. And I fell asleep watching After Sun in theaters. Halfway through, I think I accidentally snored. So I don't know. I didn't realize this, but yeah, I'm a snorer whenever I sometimes. I caught myself a couple of times. I figured I'm not a big snorer. Whenever I'm like around people, I think I can stop it. But I think sometimes if I'm like it's whenever I'm not in my bed sleeping or in a bed.
Uh-huh.
Because I was getting a massage in India once because I was like, okay, it's like, rupees are a little bit cheaper. Like this is, I can afford this. And we had to spend a lot of time like in the hotel just because India.
Yeah.
It's still very developed, but like there's some parts where it's like, ooh, you should stay inside, American. But they're too giggly for too much laughter. But no, there's I fell asleep while getting a massage, and whenever I woke up because I was snoring, and my snore woke me up.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her, I was like, did I snore? And she's like, yes. And I was like, stupid. How could I be such a fool? And then I left crying, mascara streaming down my face. I was like, I can't believe I did that. No. Yes, Div. What's up? Bobby Graham's in the building, y'all.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's a good segue into what me and Jose had planned. Let me go get him.
You have him Are we just gonna cut all of this?
Keep talking.
Am I serious? I don't know what's happening here. Okay, so for reference, Jose and Luke had something planned for me. I don't like doing pre-planned bits. I like having pre-planned topics, but I don't like having like scripts ready unless like I'm gonna write something actually.
So surprising you?
Yeah, but I think it's dumb and stupid, so we're gonna find a way. I don't know. There's too many people for this.
Drake said that you're what?
Oh yeah, I found your podcast channel on Instagram today.
He said he's never seen you smile before. That's why.
No, that's fair. I don't smile that often. I feel like a lot of people find me intimidating at first because they don't know how my goofy ass.
No, but until the podcast.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm smiling now. Anyways, what's...
All right, yeah, Div, give the microphone to Jose.
I don't know if I want to do this.
Feel free to walk in frame, Jose.
All right, no, I don't need to. Can I? All right, fine. I'll go in. We'll go here. I'll dox myself on the internet.
It's not doxing yourself. It's your face.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was. I had longer hair then. There's no way they'll be able to tell it's the same person. So this was just a funny moment me and Luke had. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
I don't know. It was like a week ago.
It was like a week ago, where I went into my pantry to get a graham cracker, or like a thing of graham crackers, just as a snack. And what was it? Luke said, I think it was either me or Luke said, like, do you think there's ever been someone in the world? Because Graham is a name. I was like, do you think there's ever been anyone in the world that's actually named Graham Cracker? And Luke said, well, if he is, I'd hope he's white. And then he backtracked and he was like, actually, I don't know which is worse. So that's the question we wanted to ask: is would it be worse for a person with the last name Cracker to be white or not white? You are breathing very heavily, which means you're either very mad that I brought up something so stupid, or you're genuinely in deep thought.
He was so scared at first, and then like.
I,
I think that's generally what it is when I'm around.
That's a good question, Jose. Why don't you walk off screen for us real quick, and we can continue just so Luke can get. Do you want this to be a conversation?
Sure.
All right, let's
I'm not doing
get
anything.
over there so Luke can be involved.
All right.
And so like initial thoughts, like show me, like why do you guys think it was this important to bring up? Let's start there.
I don't know. I just said that's probably a decent John 2 zone bit, and then Jose kept bringing it up, and I was like, okay, I guess we're going with this.
Well, no. Don't start there. I want you to start off with, where did you think this was going to go? Let's start off with, your thought process, because it's obviously something you guys want to discover, right?
I don't know. I just thought it was like a bit that we'd bring up randomly in the vein of what we usually do.
So if someone's last name or name was Cracker,
Well, their entire name was Graham Cracker.
Graham Cracker, that's a white dude. That has to be.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you'd think it's a white dude, but is it like more offensive if it's a white dude or a non-white dude?
I don't think it would be offensive. I think it would be weird.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, if it's weird, is it weirder if he's white or not white?
Because you also got to, like, think about it. What brown people do you know are named Graham?
Yeah.
No, I can't think of any person, POC, named Graham. I think Graham is a last name for a POC, I think. Not a first name. That's my personal opinion. I don't know where else you guys want me to go with that.
I'm gonna be honest. We got way more out of that than I was expecting.
Way more out of it. Dude, I can talk as long as I want to. I know. Yeah, that's fair. Brother. Cards Against Humanity, that's fun. It's a fun game.
Okay.
I feel like it kind of loses its luster after you hear obscene stuff for like the 50th time. Actually, I think it was me and Harrison were having this conversation the other day. I think one of the best like Cards Against Humanity cards. It wasn't any of the vulgar ones. It was just bees with a question mark, because it left so much more to interpretation, and it wasn't just like, oh, here's something gross or here's something sexual.
Yeah.
You know what Cards Against Humanity card I always think of when I'm going down to the lakefront? Rush
Fire.
Limbaugh's soft, shitty body.
What the hell?
You know,
Cards Against Humanity it's one of those weird ones. That's
you know,
it's only funny in the moment.
yeah.
Whenever you told me bees, I'm like, this is not funny at all. But I feel like if I was in the game, I'd be laughing my ass off. I'd be like, that's a good one.
I mean, someone said it best. We have Quiplash now, which is essentially just Cards Against Humanity, but people actually have to be funny.
No,
they
you don't.
They just say come. That's
only works-
literally 60% of the... You know what? Let me go find the official statistics, because I saved it somewhere.
Thank you, Luke. This is
Come hits
only
really
facts
hard.
on
Come
this.
hits really hard. On
On your face. That's what. Got him.
Come gets a good laugh for like the first two answers, and then after that, it's done.
Bang.
After that, like no one goes for it anymore.
I just want to recognize that's probably the first time anyone has ever laughed at this podcast. So it's a good milestone, guys.
This is probably the most people you've had listening to the podcast.
I know. I'm scared.
Our gameplay data analytics suggest that over 13% of Quiplash answers involve the word come, and that a further 60% contain a dirty word of some kind.
Yeah, I would have thought it would be more with just
No, silly.
13%, that's kind of
13?
13%.
Yeah.
That's
It's a lot.
that's a big chunk, but that's not like
It's enough.
yeah.
Yeah, like just one word. And there's like millions of words in the English language, but come being 13% of the answers.
I think it's also like not. I don't think you necessarily have to be funny for Quiplash. I think you just have to be, witty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta be quick on your toes.
Yeah.
It's not good for like lawn. Like I gotta think about
Because
this.
anyone in Cards Against Humanity can get like the card that says hardworking Mexican and just throw that down. That's the only card I remember because we played that once in high school and it became my nickname for the rest of high school.
Wait, what? Hardworking.
Hardworking Mexican.
Yeah.
I allowed it. Don't worry.
Yeah,
That's
I
weird
know, but
Mexican
that
fruit.
that makes a lot more jokes about that we've made to you way more funny.
Yeah.
That makes them extremely more funny.
It was
yeah.
all like exclusively white kids too, because I went to a Catholic school, so that's what made it more funny.
That's weird. I remember whenever not funny. In retrospect funny. In the moment, no. I had a lot
I
of
think it's the opposite now. In the moment, I was like, "Aha, I'm the hardworking Mexican," and now I look back and I'm like, I feel like I should have put my foot down at one point. Kind of feel like it wasn't.
no. I think funny in the sense that like, why didn't I do anything?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. I was never nobody was ever racist towards my correct ethnicity.
Mm-hmm.
There only like once I got racially profiled,
Yeah.
but that was by not one of my friends. Most of my friends were like, John, because I had facial hair as a youngin'. They were like, John, you look Middle Eastern. You look Arabic.
Okay.
I have one of my friends took a picture of me on Snapchat and drew a turban on me. And like, what can you do? Because it's like, oh, I'm actually not that race. It's like, shut up. Like,
okay, and
yeah, it's like, okay, loser. I'm like, well, I can't. There's no response. I can't be like. It was a strange experience. Because
You're like, oh no, I'm not Arabic. I'm not. Come on, guys.
I think what made it worse is it was all. I had a pretty diverse friend group, so it was all POC doing this. So it's like, they're not racist. They're not. I guess. So it's like, I can't call my black friend racist. So it's like, I guess it's fine. I guess this is all fair game now.
so that's why. Just surround yourself with white people, then you get to pull the race card all the time.
Like how Div plays the woman card all the time.
I don't care about that.
I was
I'll
like
fight back
just
on
having
that.
a conversation with Ferg actually. She like said something weird, and I was just like, I don't get white people.
That's real.
Literally like 5 minutes ago.
I don't get Mexicans either.
You don't get
No.
I get Mexican when I go to Burrito House.
Yeah, you do.
Dominicans.
I don't get I don't get Dominicans mostly because I don't get what they're saying. Speak English.
My mom's going to
Speak regular speak Spanish. Actual Spanish, please.
my mom's going to Dominican Republic at the end of this week.
Hey,
Also, I found
yo,
out
for
today-
the listeners at home, let's meet up with Jose's mom in the Dominican Republic. It's gonna be litty.
Don't make me dox you.
I'm gonna
You
put
dox
the
my parents.
details. I'm gonna put the details in the. You said it. You said
doxed
all
me.
of this. I'm
Yeah, I'm saying.
I'm
that
not-
with the
I'm not
confidence.
volunteering
What, two
any-
people listen to your podcast.
I'm not volunteering.
Who
Yeah,
listens-
exactly.
who
We're not
listens to your
doxing
podcast?
anyone. You're the one saying these words. I'm just throwing them back.
Who listens? Who genuinely listens to this podcast outside of this group?
My mom.
You said you had friends.
I have occasionally.
Yeah, no,
I don't know when.
You said you have friends that watch it. I think a
Occasionally.
lot of my friends watch it sometimes.
They see the clips.
They see clips of it. Yeah.
Not everyone watches the whole YouTube video, which I don't expect them. I appreciate a lot more people watch the clips, and I think that's better because you
Look at Winston. Give you some more views.
no, he doesn't fuck with me anymore.
It's very funny because the camera can't see it. It is very impressive watching Luke like on the fly adapt to who's speaking and like moving the microphone and like adjusting it.
Yeah, he's a
I
very
mean,
competent
I did
person.
do theater sound back in high school, so I'm experienced with swapping audio sources.
Yeah, I know, and you're also like one of the more competent people I know. So I don't know.
Just in
It
general.
doesn't really surprise. Luke surprises me whenever he can't do something.
Yeah.
I'll say that. And
What's something you can't do, Luke?
Get girls.
even that, I feel like if you just like put in some effort, you're a
Yeah.
tall 6 foot white guy.
Yeah, my issue is approach.
We can fix that. Just tell him you have a podcast.
No.
Running.
It's worked for me.
Send them all running.
Nope. I just love spreading disinformation. I want to see if he would.
He's sitting in his basement on a Tuesday night Obviously, it hasn't worked for him.
At least it's
On
not
a
his mom's
yeah,
basement.
it's a Tuesday night. What else am I gonna be doing? I'm not gonna. This is ideally recording your podcast on a Tuesday night. That's ideal. If I was doing this on a Thursday or a Friday night, then you could say that. But we're not. We're here. I'm also gonna tell Harrison to make a clip about Jose.
Doxing my mom.
No, not that. No, the cum shot.
That's great.
Just 'cause I want-
I'll make
I'm not gonna post it on anything. I'm just gonna have that. Anytime like you say something to me in a group chat, I'm just gonna send that.
It's like the blackmail.
No, not even.
This is your compromat.
No, it's not. It's not gonna be. No one else is gonna see it. It's just gonna be our group chats
our group chat
together.
thing, yeah.
And then, unless I feel like it, maybe I'll start expanding the lore.
Also, I
Granted, anyone could see it and just grab it.
Also, I found out my dad has the flu today.
I thought it was
R.I.P.
gonna be way worse than that. I found out my dad just died.
I would not.
Yeah.
Why would I say that? First off, why would I say that so casually? Second off, why would I say that on a podcast?
Because it's
Why-
funny to
you
think that you would.
You set it up like that. You're like, guys.
Literally,
Viewers
if my
at home,
father died. You would not.
I'm
Guys,
gonna-
my
I'm gonna
dad
need you
just came
guys-
out as gay.
If my
Guys,
father
I'm
died-
gonna need you to hit that like and hit that subscribe button. My dad has a common flu.
Mhm.
He's really going through it right now. He has. You're offering all this information up.
I just called.
Talk about your hot sister.
Well, 'cause I
Okay,
just-
now that's mean.
I
That's
just-
mean.
I just called my
Harrison,
parents
cut
today,
that.
So I and I hadn't talked to them in 2 weeks, so I just got like a lot of news about what's going on in my home.
I'll be honest, I don't think Harrison can cut that because I doubt it even registered. I have no idea how well any of this is getting picked up.
I can hear. All of this. Most of it, I'm hearing it.
Okay, that's good.
So
No, I was gonna say.
no, because I can't hear outside
Did
of
you
the.
hear me talk about his hot sister?
Yes. Now you said it again, more clearly
Wanted to
into
make
the.
sure.
The only thing that is saving it is me trying to talk over it.
I was gonna say, if I found out that my dad died today, I would not be. I would be in my room, like not answering you guys, just in pure.
Oh, we would be recording right outside your door.
Yeah.
We're reporting live from outside
Not
Jose's
opening his door,
bedroom.
and then I'd open them like clearly crying, and you'd be like, "Oh shit, I don't think this is a bit."
So how do you feel?
I probably
No,
wouldn't
I
even
thought you were
answer.
maybe crying earlier because you were I thought you were crying earlier because.
This is too. We don't. Wait, what?
Well, I was crying out. No, I wasn't. What?
No,
What?
but do you remember Luke when I was scratching at his door and he wouldn't answer, but he was making a lot of like huffing and puffing sounds?
Yeah, you were sounding asthmatic.
Yeah.
I breathe weirdly. I
Yeah,
breathe
do
weirdly.
you have an inhaler?
I think what it is because no. I think what
He
it is
games pretty hard.
I have.
I
I
don't-
wasn't gaming at that time. I was just listening to music. But I think
I
it's
don't want.
it's a weird thing where like I hum by breathing sometimes. Like I'll just breathe.
He
along the
does.
song.
Yeah, I
Occasionally.
know.
I've done it since.
We've
I was
heard it.
7.
I've gotten very scared before.
Here, a little example.
What the fuck? No.
I've gotten very scared occasionally, like walking. Me and Harrison have walked by and we're like,
What if you just
did he fall out of his chair?
Yeah.
Just no, he didn't.
Because I've had it where I've been sitting next to people and they just lean in. They're like, "Are you having trouble breathing right now?" And I'm just like, "No, I get songs in my head, and for some reason it like, the way I expel it is just by breathing." Sorry, I hit the mic.
It happens. Yeah.
Well, like not outwardly going out, but like breathing through my nose. Like
This is very interesting stuff.
I know it's a weird thing
I
I've
get-
done ever since I was young.
I have other talking points. We don't have to talk about
It's
Jose's
one of my-
parents
It's
and
one of my-
his breathing.
It's one of my baby
I feel like
things.
we brought up the.
I feel like
I don't want to.
This is my second time on the podcast, and already
Third.
Is it third?
Yeah, counting 0th
Yes.
episode.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I didn't do anything on that one.
Oh, fair enough.
He
I
didn't,
I
and we
played-
didn't post
I
that
played
one.
fucking
That one's
Stardew in
that
the
one's gonna
background.
stay in the vault for
No,
a
I
minute.
was gonna say like I feel like this is my second time actually like talking and being on the podcast, and I feel like you already know so much more about me.
You say it. I'm.
Yeah, you like
I-
to talk about
look-
yourself almost as much as John.
What can I say? I'm a narcissist.
That's fair. I mean, like I haven't asked a single question at all. This has been volunteered, and you were like, stop doxing me. I'm not doing anything. I promise you, I'm
Family
not.
members and, like, your private situation.
I'm not. I'm trying. I am actively trying to talk over you, not putting out more
Right, I'll
information.
stop talking then.
I'm not trying to get you to stop talking. I'm trying to get you to stop talking about your personal life.
All right.
There you go. Just like, oh, you
I
don't want to
was-
hear me talk about my parents? Fine, I'll just
And then you talked about his breathing. I didn't want to. I want to talk about Sydney Sweeney. That's what I wanted to talk
Always
about
wanna
for the
talk
past
about Sydney
15
Well, you
minutes.
have 5 minutes to do it.
I know. That's why I've been trying to put a halt on Jose's breathing and his parents.
We need to
Because-
put a halt on Jose's breathing. Jose, stop breathing.
Silence. I wonder if Harrison can hear us. We got pretty loud.
Yeah.
He absolutely can.
God damn. All right. But anyway, yeah, Sydney Sweeney was on SNL last night. Not last night. This past weekend.
Yeah, last
And-
night being Saturday.
Yeah, but it was just like every dude is weird about calling her hot. It feels like they're trying to be like noble or something. It's a weird thing where they're like the libs are angry that Sydney Sweeney has them out. And I'm like, "Hey, like just say she's hot. Stop being weird." It's one of those things, I don't know. It's like whenever someone finds something like someone mildly attractive and they're just like, I think Salma Hayek is actually really hot, even though she's 45.
Yeah, like the hear me out.
Yeah, hear me out, and it's just like an attractive woman. It's a weird thing that's happening on the internet where dudes are just like, I should be rewarded for finding this woman attractive. It's like, no, it's your penis. There's nothing noble about wanting to have sex with someone. That's just a desire. It's like, it's fine. You know, most people have felt that unless you're asexual. I don't believe in asexuals, but still. I'll give him this. I'll give him this.
John, now you're getting canceled.
I am.
You wanna,
I support-
You wanted to stop Jose breathing to talk about this?
I support people. You guys also aren't on camera, so it'd be really awkward if it was just me listening to a conversation. That's another thing. that's the whole.
Like we can't be
I don't.
on camera.
This is a lot more about just me being. You guys probably talking is way more interesting than what I have to say, but it's just the way that we formatted it.
It's called the John 2
It's not like
zone.
we don't have
Yeah.
the ability to be on
I've
camera.
made it.
Could be.
Well, Luke also makes the call, but
Yeah.
Luke also knows I'm a narcissist, so
Which you are.
we got to keep it on me. But yeah, no, it just felt weird scrolling Twitter and just like every dude being like, I find Sydney Sweeney hot. And it's like, okay, man.
Right?
Like, what do you want?
It's like I am Spartacus.
Yeah. It's kind of like, not kind of like, but like, never mind. I'm not going to talk about this. It's not going to be a fleshed out idea. I don't have 2 minutes to talk about this. I was talking about mostly like this is probably how like gay people feel, in the sense that they're like, they don't feel noble in the sense that they like someone. It's just their attraction. And like some people are like, I'm gay and proud, but like some people are just like, hey, I just want to be gay.
I'm gay and humble.
Exactly. I'm gay and I keep my head down and I fucking push forward. That's what I do. I like a humble gay guy.
A humble gay guy.
Now I'm just imagining a humble gay basketball player. Just like I don't know how to flesh out this idea. We don't have enough minutes. But there was something here. There's gold here.
Well, save it for next time.
Probably won't. There's going to be more things. The world is happening so much. I mean, we found out P. Diddy was gay this past week.
He is not a humble gay.
No, he's not. He's a psychotic gay. There we go. And now we're full circle. I think that's what we call a callback in the industry.
In the podcast industry.
In the podcast. Yeah, we're kind of in the industry.
Feels really weird calling podcasting an industry.
We're kind of in the
Well,
industry
like, do they
now.
make money ever?
Podcast?
No, okay, I guess some of the more popular ones. But
Dude,
I
no,
feel like,
even small podcasts make money.
all right.
They just need like, like BetterHelp, or I don't know, like Factor or
Oh, you mean
Hello
these ones?
Fresh.
Okay.
These people get. You don't have
10
to be a
seconds.
big. You also get YouTube ad revenue if you make a certain amount. There's plenty of ways to make. But